I don't know what to say besides Mercury is in Gatorade again, and I believe that when this shit goes sideways, it's because somebody doesn't want something to be known or said, or we're hitting a very key point and somebody doesn't want somebody else to know. So hopefully you all, this prompted you and let you know that we're back here, and here we are again. So let's try this again, right? Um, I think it's so funny. We are back. Jason Aldean, I love him. He had a great We Back. That's a good song. It's a good song. Good day. Hi, Adam. Yay! They cannot stop me. I'm coming back for more. They tell me no, we just keep going. That's what Scorpios do. Something about institutions, solid girl, right? The solid aspect of institutions. What I was saying to you all was I was giving the example of maybe somebody coming to cut your grass, okay, and you didn't get paid on time, so you decide to make a meal and cookies, and you think you're squared up with this person, and the next time you see them, you throw $30 their way or $5 or whatever is a tip. Doesn't cover the full amount of the job itself, but right, you fed them, you gave them cookies, you did something heartfelt, you took into consideration their time, their energy, their efforts, right? You were standing by your word and your gratitude for what someone had done for you. Okay? Point blank. But then all of a sudden you see old Johnny at the Kroger's grocery store one day, 3 years later, and he says, hey there, Betsy, you want to buy me a case of beer because you still owe me that other $30 from way back when I cut your grass. And it catches you off guard, right? So expect something to kind of catch you, Spirit, off guard, right? It's kind of like a squirrel kind of moment. Thank you, Donald. Very, very much appreciated. So expect something to catch you off guard with this, and you're like, well, wait a second. I did this for you because, maybe it wasn't the payment that you wanted, but it was something, right? I meant it from the bottom of my heart. I thought we were on different terms than this. How did we get to this years later? Where did that come from? So, I'm going to tell you, collective, this may not be so intricate either, but it's like somebody coming up from the fucking grave and going, you owe me. And you're like, for what? Like, that's where we are. That's what we do here. Like, this is how it is. And I think the kicker, thank you, Spirit, the kicker to that is going to be the people that were the closest to you, right? Like, the people that aren't close to you, they can't possibly hurt you the way that those closest to you could. Because, I mean, not that you don't care, but, like, if they went off tomorrow, it wouldn't be the end of the world either, right? Like, it's that kind of thing. So, I'm going to say how to handle this. How to handle this, Spirit, would be fantastic advice here for our collective. So, all right. And just FYI, I am back to doing personals. So that info, look at this. Look at this. You cannot make it up if you tried. First card out on its own. Unfinished business. They're not done with you yet, collective. They're coming back around. Can't make it up. Other card. Look, message. Here, the next 3 days, next 3 to 7 days, they're coming back around if they haven't already. Honor. Listen, your job is to just stay strong. Your job is not to stoop to their lowest level, right? That your job is to go, you know what? I'm going to handle this with the utmost integrity. And if you want to put me out to dry, go ahead. You want to turn me into collections, go ahead. You want to call my mother, go ahead. You want whatever you're threatening to do it. They want to get a rise out of you. This is also somebody, collective yuck. This is also somebody further to that who they're losing some footage or footage. So maybe there's actual footage or something. Right. footage. This could be camera material, right? This could be social media, something that's been uploaded, right? Could be lots of things. This is also this person is they could have been once seen as very, top of their game. Definitely, I don't know, like that was the go-to person in something. They held a lot of prestige, they held a lot of honor, they held a lot of, you had a lot of thought about, you would look at that person and go, wow, I could be like that person one day, or I would like to be. Like, like that was the go-to girl, guy, them, they. This was the person that was in the know, right? Um, something is not quite sitting right with me though on that now, and I don't know why that's coming in as it is. Spirit, what is that about with this particular person that the collective might be dealing with? Why are they losing? Ace of Pentacles. If this is a demand for money, Ace of Pentacles, if this is a demand for money, they're losing did you ever see a horse trip and go face down? That's how it feels. It's like the horse didn't see the rock ahead. That's the vision I'm getting. They're being, I said footage, right? Yeah, I even said footage. So there's something here. They took a big misstep here. 9 of Cups. They've pissed somebody off. They've done something. 5 of Pentacles. They could be losing jobs, losing clients, losing the support that they once had as well. 3 of Cups, like 5 of Pentacles to the 3 of Cups. There's a different position of power. I'm also hearing being overthrown. Somebody's over the look. This isn't maybe so much fit in the physical, tangible 3D in some cases. This is also the energy shift. Divine masculine, and I'm nothing against my males out there, right? Because we're talking energy, we're not talking gender. The divine masculine. So even if you're feminine and you're in divine masculine, and that's where you have been, that patriarchal viewpoint. The Empress and the Empress with the 2 of Pentacles is fighting back for that position. And when I say fighting back for that position, that means anybody who has done their job, who has entertained whatever work they have done or been a part of for the purpose of the right reasons, right? The love, the care, the know-how, the nurturing. The tangible shit is not going to work in the long term. Not anymore. That in itself, like, yes, it's great to have those things. Yes, we need, roof over our head, clothes on our back, shoes on our feet, food on the table, obviously, right? That's common sense. But when it comes to the fancy shit, it ain't about that. When it comes to all of the extras, that prestige, that title, that glory, right? That ego, that's really what it is, the ego. No more. No more, no more, no more. So this Empress is like, I will find balance. And that Spirit, I just heard, before I even flip that, there's the Justice card, the Queen of Swords. That is my restitution. So if you feel like you have been undercut, undermined, taken for granted, they're coming back around to complicate, abuse, misuse, mistreat, all of those things. No. Like, your reward, and it may suck, like, I'm going to just throw, so let's say you spent $30,000 on something and somebody screwed you over, right? Or they're asking for more after you've done all of this. And you're like, my restitution is personal power? What? Like, thanks, Spirit, but personal power doesn't pay the bills, right? Like, if that's the case. And I don't mean to laugh, but it's funny when you think about it in the grand scheme of things. Um, but what you don't know is it will be taken into account moving forward. Um, it is going to make sure that the shakedown happens in the right ways. Okay? So I don't know why they're putting it that way. Look at that. Justice, the Two of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Hermit, the King of Swords. It's coming. So, all right. So what does the collective, Spirit, what does the collective need to do? Because my phone is dying. I don't have super long today. I'm excited for you, Adam. Nice to see you. Yes, I've got a couple warriors in here. Hey, Sharita. Let's see. What does the collective need to know about this person or these people coming back around? What can they do moving forward? Guard, literally. Literally, look at this. You guys are watching me shuffle. It's no different than any other time, even when you can't see the cards. Aw, you're all good. Whew, you're all good. Guard, protect yourself, reconcile. Listen, look, I said about money. Look at this. Look at this. Finances, you cannot make it up. Guard, reconcile. Look at the leave. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to go back to the whole credit thing. Let's say you accidentally reset the clock, right? And I am no financial guru. I cannot offer CPA advice, financial advice, doctor advice, any legal, right? Check with your institutionalized, certified folks out there. Okay, put it that way. No matter what your situation is, like let's say you're dealing with a collection thing, and they sell your debt off, and they say, hey, if you can at least pay 800 of this 3,000, we'll wash it. Spirit, let them make the first move, and you stand in integrity, right? Like, yeah, always take care of your responsibility, right, guys? Like, I'm not saying be a shithead and don't pay your bills or something like that. I just want to make that really clear. Like, you always take care of your stuff. You always be responsible for yourself. You know, shit does happen though, and let's be real. But I'm going to tell you, the second you don't concede, the second you stand up for yourself and you fight for what's right, and you're like, you say to Johnny, who come and cut your grass, hey, you're right. Like, I didn't get to pay you the full amount, but what I did do was I made you, chicken and biscuits while you were out there working, and I made you some peanut butter cookies and some homemade sweet tea, and then I tipped you the next time I seen you. I was very grateful for you. But every other time, though, too, I also paid you, and then I put money out in a different way. And then it came from here, right? It came from here. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at that reading. I'm going to tell you guys real quick. When I do these reads, it's not for me to know. Unless I go back or something triggers me to want to go back later on and look at them, I don't listen to them. As I tell you guys, I don't edit these either. So they just go up, right? Like I don't do the frills and all that stuff. So they're even personal reads. I don't know why they come through the way they do. They're for you to kind of figure out in a way. But I want to say Venus, I think around that time might go direct. I think, don't swear me to that. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look, okay? Melanie. I love it. That's funny. She's everywhere. Oh my God. My daughter thinks it's the coolest thing that she can pull me up on the television. She's like, look, Mom, you're on TV. I laugh. I think it's funny as hell. But anyways, it's weird. It's a weird thing. Amen, Gareth. True story. That's what it was, Jenny. Thank you. Thank you. I knew it's something like that. Moral of the story here, though, is to, like, don't stand your ground in integrity, stand your ground in truth, do what you can do to hold yourself, right? Holding them accountable, right? Also holding yourself accountable. So, even that read could be them coming through going, I'm going to make collective, an accountable person in this situation, and maybe you do have some things to clean up, and that's okay. That's okay. Shit happens. Like, we got to go back and clean up some things. But at the end of the day, at the end of the very day, where was the intention? Were you doing what you knew you could do and giving it all you had? And for some of you, it was a point where you had nothing left to give. All right? I want to make that clear. For others of you, you just did what you knew to do the best that you knew how to do. And I want you to understand that sometimes in these situations, you might feel guilty that these people are so miserable, but all you can do is walk away. All you can do is let go. Somebody is not going to be happy in this situation, no matter what the circumstance ends up being, okay? And that's something you need to know. So, last note for the collective. Saturn structure. This is good. It's going to rip down structures. And, oh, look, vision. If you want this new rebirth, Pluto and Aquarius, tension. Can't make it up if I wanted to. Opposition. It's really alliance. These cards never come out in the reverse. I feel like Trump. They never come out in the reverse. Just talk with our hands. Anyhow, now that I've made fun of him again. Spirit, the point of no return. The point of no return. And did I say that earlier, maybe? The point of no return? There's just something more importantly about the clarity around, like, I really do think some of you had a very, very emotional bond. Maybe not to the people, but to the situation, like why it was a part of your life for a little while. There was an emotional bond to that for some reason. And when they come back and demand things, it's the way they demand it. That's what hurts. That's what's disappointing in this situation for you to look, old school, poker face, healthy choices. Like, I don't even know why I pick up the cards. Like, that's the thing that hurts. That's the disappointment to this Mercury retrograde, is like, damn, I thought more of you than that. That's what you're going to show up as. That sucks. And not that I thought that I could take you or that situation with me, because I really didn't want to. But it was like that situation or person, collective, was the silver lining in a very dark time. So then when they show up and they're like, knives are out, then it's like, wow, you really don't care about what you do. You really didn't have my back the way I thought you did. This really was just a job or just a phase or just something, room and board or what you were gaining. That's all it ever was. That's tough. That's tough. I'm going to use Adam here as a slight example, and Adam, I hope I'm not predicting something for you as I say this. He's getting ready to retire. Maybe in 6 months he reaches out to somebody he worked with for 20 years. And he never really hears back from them. And it's like, wow. I thought we were good work buddies. I guess I was wrong. And Adam, I hope I didn't jinx you. Just like I use you as an example. Prime right there, right? Your prime source right there. But guys, it's just the reality. And pardon me for one quick second. Oh, I got time. I'm good. I'm down to 6% though. It's upsetting. It really is. It's upsetting when you realize. And I'm going to tell you, Spirit, thank you. For some of you, I think you kind of knew it at one point. There was a breaking point. There was like a drawbridge kind of moment where they picked up the bridge, right? And you kind of questioned it. But then something happened that you kind of put faith back into it. Hold on. Give me a second. My phone's about to die. Mm-mm-mm. It might. Okay. I'm gonna die on you guys here, and that ain't gonna work. Hold on. It's a little better. Scoot. Make some quick changes there. Sorry for the mess. But this I think like a drawbridge kind of moment happened where that where was I going with this? I don't know. I think you kind of had a little bit of an idea that something like this was likely to be a situation down the road. Or just in a moment you thought you were seeing a negative side of somebody or a situation and thought, well, but then it seemed to kind of change. So it kind of gave you breathing room to think, well, maybe I was just being overly sensitive. Maybe I was being a little bit of a crybaby, right? Maybe I was overthinking this, right? More importantly. But then you realize that they were playing the game. They were Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, right? They were waiting on you to do something so that they would have an opportunity to come at you. I'm going to be nosy because I do have a little bit of time here. I'm going to be, why now, right? Like here's my questions of the whys. Why now? What is it about now, Spirit, that it's got to, okay, so it's got to do with the astrology. Thank you. But this is also about the closing of a chapter. So in the big scheme, that's why. Let's see. Foresight. Oh my God. Look at all the black and gold. Adam, Pittsburgh. You'll know what I'm talking about. Black and gold. Black and yellow. Anyhow. Look at these cards. Look at these cards. Look at all of those colors, right? There's the black kitty. There's the tea leaves. Right? And look at this. Psychometry. Here's a crazy thing with that psychometry card. They knew you would fill them up. Emotionally, financially. You're like the good luck charm, right? We're in a lucky charms, right? You were the good luck charm. Like maybe you had this great ability, illusion, right? That they could say, hey, I need, maybe you had a doctor's appointment, they needed a ride, right? Let's just go there. They needed a ride somewhere. And you had a doctor's appointment, the kids needed to go to school, the errands need ran, you had to run here, there, and all the in between, but they needed a ride. And you still found a way to fit them into your day. Damn, collective, like good for you. You make miracles happen. Or let's say somebody needed 20 bucks. You found a way, you didn't have it, but you found a way to magically make $20 appear. Your ability to manifest what you needed in a moment in any avenue of life, even if it was tied to this person or this situation, they knew you would come through. Their luck easily came by being attached to you. What I have heard too from Spirit is, for some of you, if this was like a client relationship or this was a working partnership, they never thought that you would leave. You would be a repeat, a client, offender. I don't want to say, when I say offender, like not in a bad way. It's like a group thing, right? If it's a work thing, like they'd be like, I know I can go to collective and they are going to step up every time. And I ain't got to worry about none of it. They're gonna make sure this is taken care of. They're gonna take the brunt. They're gonna take this Ten of Wands on my behalf, and I'm gonna be able to sit back and cruise because they got me. Right? No matter what the scenario, they got me. And you did. Until you didn't. I also think that for some of you, there was something like, obviously, it's a two-way street, right? I talked about for Scorpio's reading, like there's a split, there's a crack, there's severing here somehow. That obviously both people are joining something because they're gaining, everybody's gaining somehow, right? Like if the lady who was getting their grass cut, like her grass needed to be cut, right? My crazy story. So she needed something, but she met it from here, right? That she was appreciative of somebody showing up for her. He didn't see it that way, right? It was transactional. It was, what do you bring to me, not what do you mean to me while you bring it to me. It's like the dog, right? The dog bring you your slippers. Do you love your dog, or is your dog just your bitch to bring you your slippers? Are you feeding him good bones at night? Are you giving him a Denny stick so he can brush his teeth? It's that kind of thing. And why now? They're running out of people around them that just keep doing. There are not enough people around them, or maybe in society as a whole anymore, that just keep feeding it. Maybe these other people have become what we'll call, quote, selfish, so much to the point that they don't give a shit if Johnny is making money, or if Johnny gets his dinner fed to him, or if he has cookies, or he has a 30-pack of beer, or whatever the hell his issue is that day. There are people, sorry, not sorry, there are people who don't really care anymore. That time frame where Johnny was the cool lawn boy and everybody loved him. He was the good kid, right? Like, hi, Fen. Hi. I hope he's on here. Hi, Fen. How are you doing? I hope you're well today. I love it. So cute. Oh, anyways, but that era, the era is done. The era is over. You don't get to come in here on your horse, because your horse is going to trip. It's going to fall flat on its nose, and God bless the poor horse. I hope the person on the back of it takes the tumble too, right over top, if that's how you're going to be. Like, I wish you the day you deserve. So there's your why, right? We'll dig a little deeper. I think I have a few more minutes. Yeah, I got a few more minutes, and I got to scram. I got stuff to do. Oh, wrong side. Oh, you're so welcome. I hope I made his day. How cute. How cute. All right. Why now, Spirit? The devil. No shit. Ace of Swords. Foresight. There's the truth. The truth of the matter. Look, I'm going to tell you know what? For some of you, you may have had, look, Aries season, right? Aries season period is no more. Finito. You are getting on your horse and you are galloping off into the sunset. We're done. We're done. Right? And this devil is like, you don't understand. Like, you may not have felt, here's the crazy thing, and the lovers. You may not have felt restricted by this emperor, right? I'm going to put those right there. But you were. I don't think, damn it, Spirit, what you did not know is you had somebody feeding them or back looping some sort of information. They were very patient. God damn it. They were patient. They were very patient about a certain situation because they were good enough, right? Like, we'll say Johnny was making enough money to cut the grass that you not giving him that money that day, or Betsy, or whatever how I called her, it didn't matter. Like, he was still good. But then when it's not so good, it does matter. You guys are going to see some really interesting things. And from people that, again, chakra, you didn't. I think you all had a suspicion. You all, yeah, Five of Cups. It's just disappointing. It's hitting a little close to home again. Because this was during a period of time where you were trying to resubmit to your authenticity. This was a period of time where you were trying to trust in people again. You were trying to find a source of comfort. You were trying to find people who would be by your side, who meant what they said. Hello, Jessica. How are you? You really wanted to believe that somebody could be better than they were. And not because they had something. Just on a human level. That's it. In here. That's all. Like, all I was asking for was this. Remember in Dirty Dancing when he's teaching her how to dance and he tells her to feel the rhythm? Bump, 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 bump. That whole scene. And she feels it. You didn't hold that person's chest and go, do you feel that? But you were hoping they felt it. Even if it was just a friend. Even if it was just a business partner. Even if it was somebody you were just contracted to for a little while. You needed them to feel. You felt passion. You felt desire. You felt for change. Wounded warrior. You were there living in a conviction. You were there living in your truth. Lovers, the Ace of Wands. Again, Aries energy. Ten of Wands. There it is. You're going from the Nine of staying there in that battle to the Ten of Wands. I'm taking my toys and I'm going home. I'm going to go play by myself. Oh, I love Melanie. I love that movie. It's been my favorite movie since I don't even know how I was so young. Okay, yeah, and we do need to look at this High Priestess. This Mars retrograde. I really do think this has to do with finances, along with tax season. Oh God, I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. It's funny. Like, I just feel this whole energy of these people who have been this way just losing their minds because they're worse off now than they have been in so long that it's like they don't know what to do. Like, they never, like, when they were living the high life, it's like you think about people that have their 15 minutes of fame. When that goes, it's like, hey, what happened to so and so? They're you know, what do they say, like, who was the one that I seen something about not that long ago, but they're like, oh, he used to be this and now he's, you know, living out of his car kind of thing. It's like, boy, he blew everything he ever had because he decided to be a shithead one day. I don't think that's where these people are, but they're definitely a lot worse off than you know. They're not where you left them at, I'll tell you that. It's interesting, collective. It's very interesting. And this High Priestess, you could have trusted your intuition. I think you did, for the most part. I think there were times that you tried to overlook certain things. Because I think, as Kimberly said, like, we still try to see the best in people. And we do have to give people at least the benefit of the doubt, right? But at the same time, that Ace of Swords, the truth is still the truth. You will have victory over your adversaries. Let no weapon formed against me prosper, right? And that's okay. You're likely not to hear of this person or these people, this group again, at least not in the way that you know them to be now. Advice, Spirit, and then I do have to wrap this up because I gotta go. I got stuff I gotta get done. But what happens to these folks? Find it funny. What happens to them? Phoenix, grounding, and love comes out sideways. Ooh. How do I feel? These are all crossing. What are we crossing? Spirit. They forgot where they came from. They forgot where they came from. Talk about that 15. Look at this. Phoenix, grounding, and love. All crossing the torment and addictions card. Literally the devil again. You can go far in this world, but if you don't do the work, you're never going to be anything. I'm going to sound mean. You're never going to have anything either. I'm going to tell you, I could sit here as a reader. And, you know, there's times that I go on my hiatuses, and I'm going to tell you, even look at the other readers. If you've got readers that are just constantly going, and I'm not knocking anybody, because some people might have their shit together. God bless them. But you can tell. You can truly tell. But if you are not working on yourself, and you are choosing to be bitter instead of better, you don't belong in this role. If I came on here with a happy face every single day and gave you that facade, that clown, right? Put on a happy face and acted like nothing was ever wrong, I'd be the biggest liar that ever existed. Take a look at those people in your life. Don't let them buffalo you and bullshit you. I remember being homeless. I remember being taken advantage of. I remember being tossed out of my house as a teenager. I remember lots of things. But instead of making me bitter, I chose to get better. I chose to heal, right? And I got a long way to go because I'm still not done, right? Not done. Donald, thank you so very much. Still not done. But you can always get better. Right? Doesn't make us better than anybody. It just means that we love ourselves enough to do better for ourselves. There is no like, oh, there's, you know, the jocks in high school and there's the nerds and there's this and that. It's none of that. It's making a conscious choice to be a better human being, period. And somewhere in the midst of this person maybe got into things for the right reasons, and then the ego took over. And then when it did, then we got greedy. When tax season rolled around and it was tough looking, then we got greedy. When shit didn't look so good, then we got greedy. Time, energy, money, space, whatever it is. They forgot what it was. Look at that, enabled. And you know, you may have been so committed and loyal to this that you enabled them in some way, right? But now you see. And now, now they come around. Now they come around. They've never, if this has been a while since you've seen these people, they've never stopped paying attention. I would say to you too, go clean out Facebook, go clean up your Instagram. Start being more private about your life as well. It's nobody's fucking business. Nobody's. None. Because they're not going to stop watching you. All I can say to you is make that profile picture. I put a thing on Facebook not long ago, and I don't really get on Facebook other than for business purposes. And it said something like, shine so fucking bright you burn their eyes. Make that your profile picture. Like, picture of you that shines so bright it burns their fucking eyeballs. They want to creep, let them look at that. Let that be the thing. Right? All right, guys, I do have to go. I've got so much I've got to do. To those of you that donated financially, thank you so very much. You guys really do help keep the channel going back here on this side of it. For those of you that joined, thank you so very much. The likes, the shares, the comments, the subscribes, for chiming in here, for your feedback on the first one as it went haywire. Mercury in retrograde, Gatorade in the microwave, whatever raid it's in. Like, can we get 3 weeks through this, please? I'm sending you all so much love. Personal reads are open and available. Just in the typical description box, check out the email in there. It's P-O-E, tarot.444@gmail.com. Reach out to me. We'll get you booked. Things might be a little hectic for the next week or so, but soon enough, you all know why. All right. I'm sending you all love. We'll talk soon. See you later.